Thursday morning, March 12th, 2026, Buddha Dhamma, chapter 18. Today we're going to speak on the path factors of concentration. 18.1, introduction, and 18.2, right effort, sammā-vāyāma. So Theravada Buddhism is classified into three group factors for the Eight Noble Truths. The three groups are the concentration group, the wisdom group, and the sila group. And we are going to go into chapter 18, compiled by Somdet Prabhuta Gosacharya. His English name is P.A. Payuto Binku. This is going to be from page 1721 to page 1729. Introduction, 18.1. Gautama Buddha classified the 8 factors of the Noble Eightfold Path, Magga, into the 3 groups of skandha, or aggregates. The morality group, the sila skandha, the concentration group, samadhi skandha, and the wisdom group, panya skandha. We could simplify this by saying sila, virtuous conduct, samadhi, concentration, and panya, wisdom. Here, sammā-vāyāma, right effort, right mindfulness, samma-sati, and right concentration, samma-samadhi, are included in or classified in the concentration group of samadhi skandha. As a group, these factors are also referred as training in the higher mind, ati sita sikha, which can be defined as training the mind, cultivating spiritual qualities, and generating happiness, develop the state of one's minds, and gaining proficiency at concentration. The essence of the training in the higher mind is to develop and enhance the quality and the potential of the mind, which supports living a virtuous life and conducive to applying wisdom in the optimal way. On the highest level, you see the ati sita, the higher mind or concentration, refers to the method of developing samatha, is tranquility or calmness, and to the various methods of tranquility meditation. But in general, a comprehensive sense, the higher mind or the concentration encompasses all methods and the means to induce the calm in people's mind, to make people to be steadfast in virtue, to rouse enthusiasm, and to generate perseverance in developing goodness. 18.2, sammā-vāyāma. Right effort. Right effort is the 6th factor of the Eightfold Path. The sutras define right efforts as follows. Monks, what is sammā-vāyāma, right effort? Here, a monk in this discipline, the Dhamma, and the law, the Vinaya, first generates wholesome enthusiasm, that's chanta, remember, exerts effort, virya, rouses energy, strives, and determines to prevent unarisen, evil, unwholesome qualities from arising. Second, he generates wholesome enthusiasm exerts effort, rouses energy, strives, and determines to abandon arisen, evil, unwholesome qualities. Third, generates wholesome enthusiasm, exerts effort, rouses energy, strives, and determines to foster unarisen, wholesome qualities to come into being or to manifest. And fourth, generates wholesome enthusiasm, exerts effort, rouses energy, strives, and determines for the continuance, non-disappearance, increase, completion, thriving, and the fulfillment of arisen wholesome qualities. In the Tipitaka, the Atidhamma offers an additional definition. What is sammā-vāyāma, right effort? Now, right effort can be virya ramba, or the rousing of energy in the mind. This is to progress or have perseverance or determination or effort or exertion, persistence, steadfastness, consistency, steady progress, not forsaking enthusiasm, not neglecting work, shouldering responsibility, energy, the faculty of energy, the power of energy, balance, effort, and the enlightenment factor of energy, which is a factor of the path connected to Magga, the path. This is called sammā-vāyāma, right effort. In these definitions, note the importance of wholesome enthusiasm, chanta, wholesome desire, which is the forerunner of sammā-vāyāma, right effort. It is the essence of all forms of honorable perseverance. The definitions in the Tipitaka, the sutras above, in which sammā-vāyāma, right effort, is divided into four factors. It is called sammā-patthana, right endeavor, or the four endeavors, patthana. And each of these four endeavors has a specific names for it. First, sambhara-patthana, the endeavor to prevent or to be on guard against unarisen wholesome qualities. The second one is pahana-patthana, the endeavor to abandon or eliminate arisen wholesome qualities. The third, pavana-patthana, the endeavor to cultivate or develop unarisen wholesome qualities. The fourth, anurakkhana-patthana, the endeavor to protect, safeguard, or increase arisen wholesome qualities. These four qualities, or four efforts, are sometimes explained by presenting examples. The first example for sambhara-patthana is when a monk sees the material form with the eye, he does not grasp at its signs and features. He is not captivated by its dominant and minor attributes. He practices in order to restrain these sense faculties, indriya, which when unrestrained are the cause for unwholesome mind states of covetousness and aversions to overwhelm the mind. He protects the eye faculty. He is restrained in regard to the eye faculty. The same for hearing sounds, smelling odors, savoring tastes, contacting tactile objects by way of the body, and cognizing mental objects by way of the mind. Second definition is pahana-patthana. A monk does not permit thoughts of sensuality, thoughts of ill will, thoughts of cruelty, and evil, unwholesome states that have arisen to be sustained. He abandons them, decreases them, brings them to destruction, makes them without remainder. Third, pāvana patana. A monk develops the 7 factors of enlightenment, which relies on seclusion, dispassion, cessation, and incline towards liberation. Fourth, anurakkhana patana. A monk nurtures the concentrative signs. These are samadhi nimitta, that is, the 6 perceptions of sanya. Effort, vidya, is the vital and central quality in Buddhism, which is equivalent to the fact of the right effort. It's one of the 3 factors, along with right view, samadhi, and right mindfulness, sammā-sati, which is required as a constant support for the other factors of the Eightfold Noble Path. In almost every group of spiritual factors found in the scriptures, effort is included, represented by different Pali terms. The following passage by Gautama Buddha confirms the importance of effort. This Dhamma is for the energetic, not for the indulgent. Monks, I know clearly the value of 2 things. First, to not be content with wholesome states of mind so far achieved. Second, to be unremittent in putting forth effort. Therefore, you should practice accordingly. May I put forth unremittent effort. Let only my skin, sinews, and bones remain. Let the flesh in my body dry up, yet there shall be no ceasing of energy till I have attained whatever can be won by manly strength, manly energy, manly effort. Thus should you train yourselves. Among other reasons, the repeated emphasis on effort stems from the primary Buddhist principles that truth is an aspect of the nature or exists as laws of natures of causality, causes and conditions. The role of Gautama Buddha as the teacher, sattva, is to discover this truth and then reveal it to others. The fruits of spiritual practice occur in a particular way to natural causes and conditions. They are not generated by the teacher. Therefore, people must put effort and produce results by their own strength and energy. They should not expect or appeal or desire results without putting forth effort. That is confirmed by the verse in the Dhammapada. Tum hehi kicham atapam akataro tathagata. Translated, this is the verse 276 from the Dhammapada. The awakened ones can but point the way. You must make the effort yourself. Putting forth effort is similar to developing other spiritual qualities. All these qualities must be cultivated in an integrated manner, not in isolation. When effort has been properly prepared and integrated into the mind, one is then ready to express it as concrete actions in the external world. It is not a matter of simply generating a wish to make effort and then willingly applying physical force in one exertion, which may lead to excess straining and have very harmful consequences. The making of effort must thus be in harmony with other spiritual qualities, most notably mindfulness and clear comprehension. One acts with understanding and awareness. One makes a balanced effort by being neither too tight nor too slack, as is described in the story from the sutras. At one time, Venerable Sona was residing in Sitawa Grove near Rajaka in Bharat in ancient India. He put forth effort in his practice, doing walking meditation until the soles of both of his feet were blistering and bleeding, but without success. He thus had this thought: I am one of the most energetic disciples of the Blessed One Gautama Buddha, yet my mind has not attained liberation from the asavas, the taints, nor is it free from clinging, upatana, clinging, grasping, holding on to things. Now my family is wealthy, and I can utilize my wealth and do materious deeds. Let me then give up the training and utilize my wealth and do materious deeds. Gautama Buddha knew what Sona was thinking and came to speak with him. Sona, weren't you just now thinking of giving up the training? Yes, Lord. Tell me, Sona, when in the earlier days you were a layman, were you not skilled in playing the flute? Yes, Lord. And Sona, when the strings of the lute were too taut, was your lute well tuned and easy to play? No, Lord. And when the strings of your lute were too loose, was your lute well tuned and easy to play? No, Lord. But Sona, when the strings of your lute were neither too taut nor too loose, but adjusted to an even pitch, was your lute then well tuned and easy to play? Yes, Lord. Similarly, Sona, if energy is applied too forcefully, it will lead to restlessness. And if energy is too lax, it will lead to inertia. Therefore, Sona, keep your energy in balance. Understand a balance of the spiritual faculties. Hold the mental sign of this balance, said Gautama Buddha to Sona. Although sammā-vāyāma, right effort, is one of the path of factors in the internal quality for it to be effective and to be developed, it must rely on interaction with the outside world. This includes how one responds to various senses impressions, generally how one behaves. One lives one's lives and engages in various activities. It also includes how one's environment affects one's efforts and the cultivation of related spiritual factors in both favorable and adverse ways. The effort, referred to as patana, means endeavor made in Dhamma practice, which manifests as external actions into given systematic form, is connected with the dependent or is connected to and dependent on particular environmental factors like physical bodies, natural surroundings, and society. The Buddha's teachings thus emphasize the importance of external environmental factors for fostering virtuous life and realizing the highest goal of Buddhism. Monks, there are these 5 attributes of one who has put forth effort. Patana niyanga. What 5? Here, first, a monk has sattha, faith. He has confidence in the Tathagata's awakening. Thus, for this reason, the Blessed One is accomplished, fully enlightened. He is one who illumines, and disseminates the Dhamma. Second, he is not encumbered by illness and affliction. He is possessed of balanced metabolism for digesting food that is neither too cool nor too warm, but medium and suitable for striving. Third, he is not boastful or deceptive. He shows himself as he actually is to the teacher. He is discreet, companions in the holy life. Fourth, he is energetic in abandoning unwholesome states and following wholesome states, steadfast, preserving, constant, not neglectful in cultivating wholesome states. He is wise. He possesses wisdom regarding of rise and dissolution that is noble and penetrative, that leads to the complete destruction of dukkha, suffering. Monks, there are 5 unfavorable occasions for striving. What are the 5? First, a monk is old, overcome by old age. A monk is ill, overcome by illness. There is famines, crops are bad, food is hard to come by, and it is not easy to keep oneself going by receiving alms food. Fourth, danger is prevalent. There is turmoil, bandits from the forest, pillaging the land, and the many cunning folks mount their carts and flee. And fifth, there is a schism in the Bhikkhu Sangha. When the Bhikkhu Sangha is divided, there is mutual condemnation, accusations, denigrations, and rejection. And those who are without sattva do not develop sattva. Some of the people that are faithful become otherwise. Monks, there are these 5 favorable occasions for striving. What are the 5? First, a monk is young, youthful, black-haired, endowed with good fortune of youth, the prime of life. Second, he is not encumbered by illness and affliction. Third, a time when food is plentiful, crops are good, food is readily available, and it's easy to keep oneself going by receiving alms food. Fourth, a time when people dwell in harmony as milk and water, cherish one another. They do not quarrel, but look upon one another with friendly eye. And fifth, a time when the Bhikkhu Sangha dwells at ease, harmoniously, with mutual appreciation, without disputes. With a single recitation, when the Bhikkhu Sangha dwells in harmony, there is no mutual condemnation, accusation, denigration, and rejection. Then those who are without faith develop faith, and the faithful grow in faith. That's the end of 18.2 on the bottom of page 1728. And we'll pick up on the next one at sammā-sati, right mindfulness, Buddha Dhamma.